Hi everybody. So today I'm going to talk about what you can study after year 11. So there's all sorts of different possibilities. Most of you will have just been doing a small range of GCSEs and you probably were able to pick a few of those, but actually after year 11 it really opens up. And we did a vlog on the different sorts of qualifications that you can take, but here I'm just going to give you a bit more of an idea of the sorts of subjects that might include. So what I'm going to do is just pick a couple of different institutes so you can get more familiar with looking at different subjects and what they mean, and I'm going to talk you through those. And also to look at apprenticeships and traineeship opportunities, so you can see the sorts of things that are possible in that area as well. So I'm going to look at some different institutes, and the first one I'm going to look at as an example of a sixth form college. So we're looking at Varndene Sixth Form College in Brighton, and that's at varndene.ac.uk. And when we get on their website, if you click on courses, you'll then come through to this page here, and you can see we're on the 16 to 19 daytime courses, which is what you want to look at. So just to quickly scroll down, you'll see that there are, there's probably about 60 maybe courses, maybe a bit more available here. So it's really important that you have a really good look through, and there's going to be subjects that are probably immediately quite obvious and ones you maybe have already studied before. But there's probably quite a lot here that you think, well, I don't actually know what that is. It also handily tells you here what the sort of qualification level is. So these are quite simple, something like Art A-level. You usually can do up to 3 A-levels at a time. The subjects can get a bit more complicated. A BTEC level 3 single means it's equivalent to doing 1 A-level. So you could do 3 of these, or you could do a couple of A-levels with 1 BTEC level 3 single subject. Business studies, they actually do it as a double as well, in which case you could do 1 double and another single or 1 A-level alongside it. And then you get different sorts of qualifications like the cash diploma in childcare and education. They might do that as a subject just on its own, or it might be alongside other subjects. So you need to check with the college what their setup is. The reason I've chosen Varndene is because they also do the International Baccalaureate, which I mentioned in my vlog on different pathways and qualifications. You can see that it's here. If you click on it, it'll tell you information about what to expect and what the course involves. So that's quite a useful little diagram to have a look at there. The next one I'm going to look at is Plumpton, and I've chosen this as an example of a further education college. So again, I explained in my previous vlog that FE colleges might have adults studying there, they might have people doing degrees, so it's generally going to have a bigger mix of people. This is the section you're most likely going to be looking at, but you might also, if you're thinking about an apprenticeship, want to look at that. So we're going to look at the 16 plus courses, and then they break it down into sort of areas. So you've got, already there's things that you probably will not have done at school, from animal management to fishery to floristry to food skills, forestry, horticulture. And again, if you're thinking, I don't know what any of these things are, go and have a look, go and look at the website and really get familiar with what it is that the possibilities that are out there for you. And if we click on one, let's have a look at animal management, for example. If we read through this, they show the kinds of courses that you can do at 16 plus. So they do level 1, 2 and 3 depending on how your GCSEs have gone. So most people with grade 4 and above GCSEs can probably go on to the level 3, but they might need to start on the level 2 in the first year. So again, it depends on what you've done before and how well you've done at school. So the last one I'm going to look at is an example of a school sixth form, and I've chosen BACA. If you look at post-16 curriculum, then we can see the different curriculum pathways. What you'll find with school sixth forms is they might have their website might be a bit harder to find because it usually sits within the school website. so you might have to have a little look around. And so Backers, why I wanted to show this as an example is because they do specialist academies. So what you'll find sometimes at school sixth forms is they might just have a sort of a normal list of A levels that they offer, but some schools have more unusual or unique offers. So Backer is a good example of this, and they have sports academies, and they also have sort of specialism in sports but also in digital media, and then they have an A-level offer as well, and some level 2 courses with GCSE retakes, and they also have their construction centre. So there's quite a lot of trades that you can study there as well, so there's quite a mix of different subjects. So I'm now just going to show you, if you're considering an apprenticeship or a traineeship, which is pre-apprenticeship. So if you're not quite ready to start work yet, you can also look for one of those. So I'm on the Find an Apprenticeship government website, and the easiest thing to do really when you're not sure is just to have a look at all the apprenticeships that are available at the moment. If you just leave the keyword open with all and then put in Brighton or Chichester or wherever it is that you live, and then if you keep it within 5 miles and all levels, but you might want to pick the level you're most interested in, I'll put a link to what those levels mean at the end. So I'm going to search now. So 63 apprenticeships available in the Brighton area at the moment, and the ones that are coming up, they're going to range anything from chef to business to all sorts of different things. So it's really worthwhile you having a good look through and get a sort of your head around what they're asking of you. I'm going to do a separate blog on apprenticeships, so we'll come back to these, but it's very similar with the traineeship search. You put in your location, and then you don't need to put in a reference number if you don't have one. And then if you have any disabilities that you want to disclose, you can tick that box to see employers that are happy to work with you and are able to do that effectively. Have a look through those and see what you come up with. So hopefully that's given you an idea of the kinds of subjects that are possible and the kinds of things that you could go on to do, and has opened your mind up a little bit to all of the possibilities. Make sure you do your research, you see what's out there, and watch the vlog on how to make those choices, because sometimes it can be difficult. Some of you might just have a few things you're interested in, great, you know what you want to do. Others of you might be thinking actually there's quite a few, so it's a process of elimination really, is thinking through what works for you, what are the pros and cons of each subject. So sometimes even writing it down and putting your thoughts on paper can be a really good way of helping make that final decision. Okay, take care guys.